Hello, everybody. Welcome to DragonCon 2020 virtual edition. We are here for this year's BritTrack sponsored Doctor Who costume contest. So first up, we're going to take a minute and we're going to introduce all of our amazing judges, lovely and handsome. Talking to you, Ryan. I'll go first, I guess. So I am Bewitched Raven. I am a cosplayer. I've been cosplaying since about 2010, 2011. So I'm much older than I like to admit. I love cosplaying the TARDIS from Doctor Who, and I have been an avid Doctor Who fan for many, many years now. Let me pass it over here to my partner in crime.
Hi there. I'm Catnip Cosplays. I have been cosplaying, and I didn't even know it was cosplaying since like 2008.
Right?
Right. I didn't know what I was doing back then. And I've been watching Doctor Who since high school. My friends got me into it, and then it was just all uphill from there. I won't say downhill. It was good news.
Good news.
Good stuff.
Now, we want to make sure everybody out there knows that the only reason that we are here together is because we have actually been in quarantine together. So we have been absolutely still doing our social distancing and wearing our masks out in public. So please do not take our presence together as a free time to go hang out with friends. We just happen to be quarantining together.
And safety first.
Safety first. Angie, you want to go next?
Hi, I am Angie Hartley. I am a volunteer with the BritTrack. I've only actually been watching Doctor Who since I've been working for the BritTrack. So 5 years this year, I think. Seen all of the new Doctor, seen some of the old Doctor.
It's all still good. I mean,
yeah.
I remember I was late to the Doctor Who game too. And I remember 11 was my first episode. And I was like, where has this been? Like, how had I not found this? So welcome to the
holds a little special place in my heart.
Yeah. And then our handsome gentleman here, Ryan.
Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Carey. I'm also a volunteer at the BritTrack. Been watching Doctor Who since the Eccleston era, and have been working my way through the classics. I'm all the way about halfway through Tom Baker, trying to watch every single one. It's quite an ordeal.
Yeah.
And, consider myself a novice cosplayer. I've done a couple costumes. I'm still got a long ways to go, but I'm working on learning my craft.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You're fantastic. I love it when you cosplay. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to introduce yourselves and be here with us. We have been taking over the last couple of weeks some online submissions for our costume contest this year. Now, we have done our pre-judging before we recorded this event, so we have selected our winners for today, and that is allowing us to be able to give you all this wonderful information up front. This year's categories are a little bit different since we are virtual, we're not in person. So I wanted to break that down before we really got going with all of our contestants. We have a number of categories, and for each category, we have selected a winner, and then we will have one overall Best in Show winner. Now, those are going to be announced at the very end of our presentation here. So we are going to be starting with, and bear with me, I'm looking at my notes. We're going to be starting with our first category, which is, of course, doctors. So let me get our presentation all shared with you guys. And Angie, you let me know when we've got it up and we're good and everybody can see it.
We're up.
Yep.
Awesome. So first up, we had a submission from Kendrick as the first Doctor from Citizen Doctor. We loved this costume. We love how there's so many different aspects of it and there's so much attention to detail. And I will say as a cosplayer, I really appreciated the variety of photos that Kendrick sent us.
It lets you see it from a lot of angles.
I appreciated that, yes.
And it's kind of refreshing because you don't see a whole lot of first Doctor cosplays. And especially, I love Reign of Terror, and it's such an obscure part of that, but I love that they took that version.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that this TARDIS picture he's got has the interior in it. But I'm also at the same time like, Doctor, you're going to have to duck a little. Those feathers aren't going to clear. You know, when you go into a parking garage and it's like you must be under 7 feet you're not going to clear. This is fantastic. Kendrick, thank you so much for your submission. We love it. And the first Doctor is always amazing to see in cosplay form.
Absolutely.
And I can say I've not seen any first episodes, but this one makes me want to watch it.
Right? I love that. When a cosplay, you go, I don't know what it's from, but now I want to know what it is.
Yeah.
Those are always the most exciting cosplays to see for me. Next up, we have Bonnie as the second Doctor. Again, a more obscure Doctor that you don't get to see cosplayed a whole lot. I love it.
I need to know where she got those pants.
Right? I see them in my daily life.
Love those.
They're fantastic.
I loved her costume too. I've had to deal with a lot of second Doctor pictures recently, and to me, she does a wonderful depiction of the second Doctor.
Yeah, it's definitely spot on. Yeah, the coat, the bow tie, the pants, everything looks like, even the recorder. Yeah. And
it's a fantastic wig. Very great length choice, and the flute. I love the flute. Yeah. And I love the choice of your environment for this photo. It feels very Doctor to me because it's just, I always look at all the Doctors as just this kind of junk drawer. Everybody's got it at their house, and whatever you need, it's in that drawer. And I feel like this embodies that. So it's very nice. Bonnie, thank you so much. So our next Doctor, as I try to figure out PowerPoint, I've not worked with it my whole life.
Down arrow is your best friend.
Next up, we have Christina as the sixth Doctor. Good name, Christina. Now, this is a duo, so we did include their picture on this slide, but Christina's partner here is going to be shown in a later category, so hold tight. But Christina here, I really want to know, and this is the trouble for me with the virtual. I want to be able to talk to our cosplayers. I want to know if she made this jacket because it's fantastic.
I want to know where that pin came from. I need it.
Yeah, the jacket is amazing. I love her skirt and shoes. Yeah, it really kind of ties together with the jacket and kind of makes kind of a nice gender bended sixth Doctor.
Yeah. I've always felt like the sixth Doctor has been very easy to gender bend because just that jacket and that looks it's so versatile. I love it.
Whimsical.
Yeah.
Very whimsical.
Angie, you got any thoughts or feelings? I'm trying to see that's chain. That's huge.
Yeah.
Love the beautiful chain.
Beautiful costume. A lot of detail in it.
Very much so. Christina, this is fantastic. We love it so much. And if you see this, you need to let me know where you got that wig because I love it. I love a good wig. Next up, we have Dr. Bloom as the ninth Doctor. Pictured here in all of our spots that we wish we could all be at right now at Dragon Con.
At Dragon Con. Yay.
That horrible Marriott carpet. That's not the real carpet. Nobody believes in you grabbing carpet.
I really love this costume because that episode with the mannequins was the first one my friends ever introduced me to. So it's a little
touches your heart.
Touches my heart a little bit.
Your heart. That's sweet.
Yeah,
I think I've seen him around Dragon Con before.
Yeah.
I think he makes a great night Doctor.
Yeah, I found him too. I loved the little prop with touches between the mannequin hand and the sonic screwdriver and the little TARDIS thing.
And the banana.
I was gonna say,
don't miss the banana. You were you can't be the ninth Doctor without a banana. I really feel like that's true. But yeah, Angie, I feel like I've seen Dr. Bloom around at Dragon Con, and he's always carrying his TARDIS prop, and I just feel like that is a great way to take your cosplay kind of one more step forward to really enhance it to the next level. Yeah. So fantastic, Dr. Bloom. We really love it. And we wish we could all be there again next year.
Next year. Hopefully next year.
Yeah, wear a mask next year. So next up, we've got I'm going to mispronounce this name, and I feel so bad. I think it's Sanj. And if I mispronounced it, my deepest apologies. I didn't mean to. As the 10th Doctor. This suit is perfection.
That color is great.
Spot on. It's,
Yes.
It's that perfect blue.
It's that nice navy.
I love it.
Yeah, the pinstripes are perfect. The tie and the shoes are just the right color, and the unbuttoned shirt at the top.
Yes.
Yep. Well,
Everything down to the hair is great.
Yeah.
I love the expression.
Mm-hmm.
That silly, shocked, surprised look of like, who, me? Who, me?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, everybody's boy mom making bad mom jokes over here. Well, Sanj, we love your 10th Doctor. This is a great suit. And next time we're at DragonCon, please make sure to stop and take a photo with me. I love it. And then we have another 10 here. We have Alexander with his psychic paper. I love the psychic paper.
It's a very great touch. It's easy to do, and it's so great.
I wish I had that in real life where I could be like,
I got that.
I'm in. Let me in. I'm trying to think of like
Concerts.
concerts.
Backstage pass.
I haven't done in months now.
I miss normal life.
Why would need access to places?
Exactly. Yeah, you see sonic screwdrivers a lot, but not the psychic paper as much.
No.
Yeah, definitely. And again, I love the hair. I like that. I honestly can't tell if this is your hair, Alexander, or a wig.
I don't think that's a wig.
I don't think it is, which tells me you put some effort into that style, and that's not an easy style to do. Like
that's a lot of wax.
Yes, that's a lot of wax. So touche.
You would think messy hair would be easy, but it's really not.
Really not.
I don't know. You should have seen me this morning.
No ladies.
Right?
At least intentionally messy hair is not easy.
Okay, there you go.
Alexander, we love your 10th Doctor. Fantastic. Thank you for bringing out the psychic paper. And I think that your psychic paper is trying to tell us that you should win. You can't cheat with psychic paper, buddy. So next up, we have a femme 10th Doctor.
Love this.
So photo taken at DragonCon. I love seeing these. They make me happy and sad all at the same time. But I love this again. Facial expression, spot on. I really love the use of the over shawl rather than just wearing the suit. Like,
I do like that.
I think that's a really fun, creative choice.
Very.
Yeah. I didn't notice at first to look closer that he's got the pinstripes on the overshawl.
Yeah.
And I love that this is at the Hilton, the home of the BritTrack these days.
Yes.
Home of the BritTrack. So when you guys are coming to DragonCon 2021, Hilton, that's our home base.
Hope to see you there.
Come on by. Hazel, thank you for your submission. We love it. Thank you for bringing DragonCon back to us a little bit here. It warms my heart and my stuffed up nose. Oh,
Love the 10th Doctor here.
why as Tiny Tin? Like that's. I'm
Tiny
sorry.
Tin
I
is
love
so
it. It's
cute.
Tiny Tin.
I think my favorite part's the coat. The coat just makes it.
The coat does
It
that.
really does.
Where did they find a tiny trench coat like that? So cute.
I don't know, but I need to start offerings to whatever god that they got it from. Like, it's fantastic, and I love seeing the younger generations like fall in love with this, because that's what Doctor Who's about. It's like you don't have to like every Doctor, but by liking one Doctor and somebody else likes another, you've already found something in common. You've already found a starting place to build like friendships and rapport, and I love that. So Kai, you're awesome.
Thank you.
But I need a name tag that says Tiny Tin, because it's my favorite now.
He's so
cute. And then here we have Ryan as another 10th Doctor for us. And again, we've gotten this dual look. I love it. Oh, look, I didn't notice that up front. The book is a TARDIS book.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. See, I like pictures where every time I look at them again, I see something new.
Yeah.
And again,
I didn't notice they have the 3D glasses right here.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
that.
Yeah.
And
that-
I do appreciate. I don't know if anybody else picked up on it, but the different choice and tie for each
I
photo.
did notice that.
So I like that you're showing the many faces and subtleties that they had in the costuming for David Tennant, because he always had his base like look, but then they would just like
They
have
switch
little
it up just
things.
a
I
little
love
bit.
it.
And also
Yeah.
the hair. The hair is wonderful.
Hair is
Yeah.
great. That
The hair is
color
great. Just the attention to just the little details.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. Love the sonic screwdriver.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ryan, fantastic job. You make an incredible 10th Doctor. Next up, this is my favorite
Cute.
Doctor of all the Doctors. I love the 11th Doctor. I love every 11th Doctor cosplayer. He was my first, and he will always be my favorite for being that. But we have an 11th Doctor. I'm not sure if it's Clara or Cara, so I apologize if I mispronounced. But I love this facing off with the Weeping Angel
I do like that.
and the fez. The only thing that can make this more perfect for me would be a mop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, it's got all the essential 11th Doctor elements, the bow tie, the fez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just needs a mop and
The coat.
be set.
The oversized coat.
The
Yes.
oversized coat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I wonder if that was intentional.
I mean,
Probably, yeah.
like when Matt was
Yeah.
doing that, he was such a tiny, he is just such a
He is a
tiny
very small
human
human.
being.
Yeah.
So you're like, I loved it because I always felt like it was a kid like in their dad's clothes.
Yes.
But then he was like this incredibly intelligent, wise, kind creature. Like, I love it. Awesome. And then next up, we have
Oh, girl.
a 13th Doctor. Yay. We got a new one in the fold. Danny here has done the 13th Doctor. And, Catnip and I were gushing over your wig, Danny. We love your roots. It's fantastic.
great.
They look fantastic. The melt into the blonde is just great. And we know how difficult that is.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful
I
costume.
love this.
And
Even
I
the pose is great.
want to know
Yeah.
where the TARDIS is at, because this is like that perfect
It's
blue.
well lit.
I really like
Yeah.
the blue TARDIS, but I really have appreciated the 13th Doctor's style. They switched it up. I feel like it's very different from any other Doctor we've seen, not only because, of course, she's female, but the actual like costuming choices. I really appreciate that.
It's a very simple but fun costume choice.
Yeah. I agree. Danny, thank you so much. This is fantastic.
I do love
Yes.
And then we have Lauren as our second 13th Doctor here with the sonic screwdriver. So like again, we have all that fun costuming. I love the like pop of the yellow with it, but really sending us this photo. Man, I really can't speak today. Sending us this photo with the pop of light with your sonic, I love it. I
Love
can feel it
I
radiating.
love the lighting on this picture because you can tell that it's just blowing up this orange or
Yeah.
yellow, and it just makes it look
Yeah.
so vibrant and great. I love
Mhm.
it.
And I just love seeing the representation. Like, we've all done gender bend doctors, but it's so nice to now be able to like comfortably as a woman step into the doctor role, and for those who don't want a gender bend, you have that option now. It's very
And-
nice.
Yeah,
Inclusive.
and I've seen plenty of men dressed as the 13th Doctor and
Yeah.
do it very well too. And so yeah, it's kind of nice. You can do both sides now.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I like that. And I really like that they let this costume be like a real essence of the Doctor. It wasn't
Yes.
stereotyped because of a gender role. I love it. I love it.
Great costume.
Lauren, thank you so much.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in this one.
Yeah.
So, this is our gaggle of doctors that we did take the time to look at individually as our judge eyes. But as we talk about it, I really want to just look at them as a whole because they clearly enjoy each other and they really enjoyed cosplaying together. And Carey doing that black and white as the first Doctor is amazing.
I
It's
love
so
black and
Say
white.
that. Yeah, I love the black and white Doctor.
I love it. I love it. And that's really great shading in the makeup.
Oh yeah.
Now, Michelle, who is shown here as the 6th Doctor, is the one who submitted this for us. And again, I love these wigs. Like, I think it's a wig. Could be your hair. I love when I can't tell.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But
The bangs on this one right down here in the corner,
our second doctor,
so perfect.
yeah,
It's iconic.
The hair on
It
the
is.
10th Doctor is really good too.
also
Oh, yeah.
really good, and really can't like. I can't tell. Is it a wig? Is it not?
I can't
Yeah.
tell on that one at all.
But
I like the hat of the
Really?
second doctor.
guys, thank you for sharing this joy with us. Like, this is what Dragon Con for me is all about. This is what BritTrack's all about. Like, finding your Doctor Who family, finding your British media family, and that just radiates in this photo. So thank you guys. I'm gonna get a clamp. Oh my God, I want to be at Dragon Con.
Only at Dragon Con can you see all the Doctors together and not worry about the universe breaking.
I know, right? And the Rose. We keep saying the Doctors, but we can't forget Rose is here too. Hi, Rose. Awesome. So that's it for our Doctors category. I wanted everyone who submitted, thank you so much. They're fantastic. Hold on tight. We're gonna have your winners at the end. But any thoughts from our panel of judges before we move into our next category?
It's a tough competition.
It really is. It's kind of an interesting mix of Doctors. We get a first, we get a sixth, some really good 10ths, a couple of really good 13ths, and
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated that we had a lot more old school Doctors than new schools. Because
Mm-hmm.
we always, we were talking, it's just so nice to see some of the unrepresented faces of Doctor Who in cosplay. And so thank you guys for sharing those with us. So I bet you can't guess what our next category is, as it's been under. But next up, we have companions. I think the robot lady that I bought from the online store just tried to answer me because she thought I said her name. But if I say her name, she will try to answer me. So I can't say her name.
I thought he was getting a message on here.
So first up, we have Deborah as Clara from the Christmas special. This is so cute.
It really is. I love this.
Yeah. I actually had to look up the shots in the show to I was trying to remember what Clara was wearing in that, and the detail is spot on between the crown and the collar and the necklace. Yeah,
I loved Clara's just overall aesthetic. Every outfit she had, she's really
classy.
She had a nice private school aesthetic.
I was gonna say
but
business casual,
sassy, with a little bit of sass in there, and I
like it. I didn't notice the crown at first when we went through this, but I love that little detail. I didn't notice that till just now.
I love the attention to detail with this, Deborah. It's fantastic, and I love the lace work on your collar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's really fantastic. We
cute.
love it. It's super cute. Next up, we have the second half of our sixth Doctor earlier, Andrea as Perry. And at first, when you had sent this to us and I was looking at all the pictures, I was like, oh, Clara. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is not Clara. This is Perry. And I got really excited. I love it.
I love the sassiness between the two of them in the photo.
And again, I love it's another character you don't see represented a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone else cosplay Perry.
No, I agree.
So it's nice and refreshing, and they definitely got the pink down because that's definitely important.
I apologize if you hear any background noise.
Sounds like
we're working from home, man. I left my house, so my dog barked.
It's okay. I have a cat that keeps hitting my leg, so we're good.
I've got dogs that are sitting under the table going, Mother, are you done yet? Well, Andrea, this is fantastic. I love the Perry. I love the attention with the blue belt. I love the sassy look with your doctor.
I do.
And I love that you get to cosplay with your friend.
That's the best.
Yes.
That's the best. I miss Christmas.
Don't mess my ears up. Don't mess my ears up. Next up, Heather as Osgood. Osgood, you break my heart all the time. Oh gosh, I'm gonna cry again.
Do it, don't.
I know. I love this. Osgood, I think. I love that we put Osgood in the companion category, first of all. It can be a very fine line, but Yes, she wasn't. She was
Mhm.
a companion. She wasn't a long-term companion, but she was a good, solid chunk companion. Like,
I love that you can see how happy the cosplayer is too. Heather looks like so incredibly happy to just be doing what she loves the most.
Mhm.
That makes me so happy when you can see genuine.
And you got the inhaler. Gotta have the inhaler.
I love the inhaler. It's so cute. She got her little inhaler.
Also can't breathe.
So can't breathe. So guys, again, wear a mask for Osgood. She can't breathe. I love it. I love it. I love the scarf. I really am curious, Heather. You're gonna have to let me know. Did you make this scarf yourself?
For real.
Because it's fantastic and it's
Wonderful.
epic. So let me know if you made it yourself. I might want to work out an order here. I may need one.
Etsy store?
Next up, we have Meg as River Song from the Forest of the Dead episode. Also one of those bittersweet episodes. You know, it's an ending and a beginning. But I love the journal. I love the attention to detail with the badge. I love that it's got the cowl on it. This is one of my favorite episodes. So
I like that it's not just the standard River Song costume that everyone does. It's
It's a denim jacket.
Yeah.
This is a specific moment.
and it's a moment that it was short because this is and sweet, but it was so touching. You know,
I love cosplays that are very like on point. Like this episode, this moment, that's the costume.
I love it. Meg, this is fantastic. Your wig looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love your journal.
Yes.
And let Cal know we all said hi. I know, I'm going to make everybody cry. This is my goal. Next up, we have Keldar as Donna Noble from the Unicorn and the Wasp episode. Again, a very specific moment. Like, this is not Donna's regular style. They were in a very specific time period. And to take that and make it into this beautiful piece is just fantastic.
The beading is incredible. I want to know if this hand done.
I want to know.
I want to ask questions.
Is Donna Noble the one with the Star Wars tattoo? I love it. I definitely think Donna is a Star Wars fan.
Oh yeah,
I'm down for it.
Sure.
The between the hair, the dress, everything is just I always thought it was Catherine Tate at first.
Right?
For real. She's very, very accurate.
Oh yes. And it's not just the outfit, it's the air, it's the way, it's the facial expression, it's the body language. It's all very captivating.
Look. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you very much, Teldar, for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Courtney as Kissagram Amy Pond. I love it. I love Kissagram Amy Pond. It's another one of those
specific episodes.
Not specific episodes, specific moment, not the usual, attire. And it's cute as a button.
Mm-hmm. She has a face that's meant for hats. And that I appreciate that. I also have a face that's meant for hats, and I love that.
I just noticed that one of our other competitors who's going to be here later in our slideshow is in the background in one of these photos. I just noticed that. I think that's super cute. I love it. It shows that, like, again, Dragon Con's that place where everybody comes together and really gets to vibe with what they love. And Courtney, your hair is just perfect.
Perfect.
I love it.
We love a good ginger, though.
So that's it for our companion category. Next up, we're going to have villains. But again, companion contestants, thank you so much. These were incredible, and you made it really difficult for us. We had a struggle with that category because everybody was really fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I'm struggling with most categories. They're all so.
So next up, we have our villains of Doctor Who. First up, we have E. Cosman's 1850s style Dalek. I love this. I love the sign. You would make a good Dalek, but I love the attention to detail.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
Like, this is beautiful. like taking in everything.
Yeah, right?
It's almost steampunkish too. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's harder to tell from a photo, but I love the top hat because it's got the eye stalk in it. It's got all of the balls on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it alone is a little mini
That's a whole
Dalek
piece,
on top of
yeah.
it. Like it's so cute. And I love the use of combining the styles, the 1850 and the Dalek. And so
It's a great
being
choice.
someone who's cosplayed a Dalek, you go to these foam balls and then they break, and plastic balls and they're heavy. I love the choice to do fabric here.
Those are great.
Like those are fabric and they're stuffed, and that's a very nice choice. Like I hadn't seen that before. I appreciate it. Great job, E. Cosman. E. Cosman. Sorry. I didn't have a first name, so you get the whole name every time. E. Cosman. Next up, we have Toby as the Nightmare in Silver Cyberman. Love this. Armor is never easy, and this is fantastically well done.
It's definitely one of the best Cybermen I've ever seen.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm so curious as to what the materials are.
Yeah.
I like that I can't tell.
Yeah, for real. I can't see where like armor starts and under layer happens. It's so well balanced.
And the coloration and shading and stuff really does look like metal. Yeah, it's,
I hope it's not metal. It's far
I
too
would hope
high.
not. Ouch.
Oh, heavy.
Angie,
August in Atlanta and metal. Oof.
did you have something to add?
I was just gonna say I love the presentation of the picture as well. It just makes it perfect.
It does. This is not only the cosplay, but the environment that you've built for us. I look at this and I feel like I could be looking at a screenshot from the show. And I really appreciate that with this submission. Toby, thank you. This is fantastic. I'm trying to keep an eye on our time. So if I'm getting a little faster, I apologize. Next up, we have Suzanne as Missy, one of my favorite villains. Missy is fantastic. That actress is fantastic. Suzanne, you look fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love not only like the wardrobe is beautiful and it's great, but again, these facial expressions that we got in these photos, they're perfect. They're spot on. I feel like I'm getting the essence of a character. And that's what I love about cosplay.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to know where all these different TARDISes are at because I need to go just hang out with all of them. Can I just build a house?
I was gonna say we could make you one, a permanent one.
I do have to.
I love it.
Pulling away from Doctor Who for a moment. The hat just reminds me of one of the nannies from the beginning of Mary Poppins that get blown away.
Literally,
Yeah.
thinking Mary Poppins as well.
I love
that.
And Suzanne, I'm so curious. Again, see if we have to be virtual for another year. I'm gonna have to make these people like talk to me because I want to know where's this prop from. Did you make it? Did you? I love it. It's fantastic. What is it made out of? Is it plastic? Is it foam? I can't tell, but I love it.
You know, when I first saw this picture, I thought that she was facing a mirror and it was like a phone taking the picture, and then I realized it was a prop.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that.
You can
I
see
wonder if it's a case for a phone. That would be so clever.
I love props that are also like versatile.
You like pockets?
I love pockets.
Next up, we have The Adventures of Clever as Mr. Clever.
Love.
I really like, and we talked about this during prejudging, that you gave us two versions of your same interpreted character here. I love it. That we not only got to see kind of this daily look version, but also this hand painted.
So good.
Oh gosh, what's the style called? I just have
cell shaded.
Thank you, cell shaded.
I love the Vault logo from Borderlands behind them. It's just kind of. It's like I want that character in Borderlands.
Right?
That would be great.
It's fantastic.
It is really good. I love this one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and anything that glows. I'm a sucker for anything that glows.
And I know from firsthand experience that gun took forever to paint because I've done that and it's long.
Adventures of Cleverly, you did great. I feel lucky that I've gotten to see you as this character in person before, but I haven't seen the cell shaded version in person, and this was really a nice surprise, and I loved getting to see it.
Yeah.
I'm like glued.
Next up, we have Joy as Lady Cassandra.
I love this.
I love it.
Yes.
Very clever.
Every year at Dragon Con, I feel like I always see two guys walking Cassandra around, spraying her down.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never seen someone do the dress and actually be Lady Cassandra, and I love that. That's so innovative.
I do like this one.
Shoe bug.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like the dress interpretation. It's a nice touch.
Very.
I like the brain.
I was thinking that too.
I don't know how easy those watching our recording can tell, but under the blue layer of the skirt is the brain outline.
I
Mhm.
missed that detail.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like
that.
this great detail that's subtle, but still just it pops. I love the ribbing on the bodice. Like that's not easy. It's so much easier to just make a smooth flat bodice. So to take that extra effort, it's subtle and very much appreciated.
I'm a very type of person. I like to know how things work. I want to know how her setup is made.
Yeah.
Her little skin in the back. I want to know how that was made. That's really cool.
We really love this, Joy. Thank you for bringing this villain. I mean, yeah, she was a villain, but she was also just...
She brought joy to our day.
She brought joy
Joy to our day. Yeah.
God, you've been hanging out with me too long.
I know.
You're getting punny. Here we have Carol as another Cyberman. I love this. I love this look of I took what I had and I made it work. And that's fantastic because, we've seen now a Cyberman who's the full body of armor. We don't like whatever. And then this is like, I wanted to be a Cyberman. And so I just made what I had work for me. And I love when you love a character so much and you make that happen.
You'll do whatever you can. Yeah.
Kind of takes you back to some of like the first and second Doctor era Cybermen where
Same with like
when they were working with what they had.
Yeah.
At that time, we've learned a lot.
This is fantastic, Carol. I love to see your enthusiasm for it.
Thank
and
you.
I really want to know how you made that LED light in the middle of your chest because I can tell it lights up.
I need to get better with LEDs.
I know, me too.
Cool.
I think it's Brianna. Might be Brianna. Again, I apologize. I loved this. This is the Weeping Angel Statue of Liberty, which we talked about. You see Weeping Angels. People cosplay Weeping Angels. I've never seen someone actually cosplay the Statue of Liberty version of it, and that's I love it.
It's very clever.
Taking that one very specific moment and bringing it to life.
It's great.
Again, at Dragon Con.
Exactly.
At what, the Hilton? Are we at the Hilton in this one?
I know. I think it's the Marriott.
Yeah, it looks like Hilton, maybe.
Tell them by the carpet.
I can usually tell by the carpet and by the balconies. So the Marriott balconies are black. The bars are black. So it might be the Hyatt. Maybe. No.
I don't think it's the Hyatt. It's either the Hilton or the Marriott. So it could
Let
be.
us know in the comments below.
Exactly.
That.
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you? And please wear this to next Dragon Con because it's creepy, but I really want to see it in person.
The face is like, perfect. It is quite creepy.
I want to know like how you got, like, did you make this mask? Did you buy it? Like, did you get a weeping angel and paint it? I want to know how this creation came to life.
Well, it does look like a weeping angel.
Yeah. So
Did it come green?
Great. Yeah. Did it come green? I want to know. You should just carry around a tiny Rory with you. So that was it for our villains category. Again, such really nice variety. It's nice to see people take on all the different villains and not just kind of the same ones over and over and over, because it shows how much this show has grown and how much the fans love every aspect of it. I'm gonna cry again.
Don't do it.
So next up, we have my personal favorite category because I always love a good TARDIS.
You do.
I do. My car is a TARDIS. My everything in my life that can be a TARDIS is a TARDIS. I have a TARDIS tattoo.
You do.
I love the TARDIS. So we have our TARDIS category. So first up, we have Brenda as Sailor TARDIS. I love
Super cute.
it's so cute.
Cute.
And I love the background of
I
this
was just
photo.
about
It's
to
not
say
just
this.
the TARDIS, but there's the Bad Wolf sign, and the lighting is very TARDIS-y, and I love it. Love the headband glow.
I was gonna say that as well. Lots of good details on this one.
Very much so. And you can see the care that went into the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Very much.
Very much.
I almost wish though that she had the sailor ponytails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now Brenda did submit to us a second version of her TARDIS, which is up next, which is
I love
TARDIS Bunny.
You love a good bunny.
I love a good bunny. I'm a fan of the bunny hutch. I have fun in the bunny hutch, but what I love here is the hair goes with the galaxy look.
Yes.
So
That is a really. I don't think that's a wig. I think that's hers.
yeah,
I want
and
hair like that.
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know if you. I'm so sorry if you're hearing the dogs.
Babies.
Buddy's delivering a package. So look at the inside of her ears, though.
I was
It's the
just about to
galaxy
say,
fabric too.
I
It
did-
matches,
I didn't notice her
yeah.
costume, our galaxy. I love that.
and it matches the leggings. And I love taking that whole, not just being the blue box, but being everything around the blue box as well.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
When we had it over here, I couldn't see as well because my eyes are bad. But now that it's over here, I can see everything.
Well, and our ring light is over here
Oh,
because
yeah.
we gotta look good. Gotta look good. Next up, we have Corinne as Lady TARDIS.
And Corinne,
Love
I'm going to apologize. I changed your background on this one, but I love it. So
Yes.
I love it too. I mean, a good
Very
galaxy.
fitting, yes. I love the drapery.
oh yeah,
The drape's
you look
really
like the TARDIS.
What was it you said during judging, Ryan? You love that the drapery makes it a square
like-
box.
it looks like the blue box versus just
Exactly.
TARDIS. It's yeah.
It's a very creative way to have that TARDIS shape, but
Yes.
be able to take it back. So when you're moving through a crowd at a con, you've got maneuverability. Is that, did I make a word
Yeah.
up?
I
That's a
mean,
real word. Did it.
Yeah.
I love the choice with the wig color too. Because that's what color do you make your wig when you're a TARDIS? Do you want to be blue or black or galaxy? And I love that you can do them all. But I really feel like this suits and ties in the bows in the front and the detailing on the arms. So
And the
something I
pearls.
noticed, she has like a pearl necklace.
Oh yeah.
I love that little detail because I can't tell, but that's either, I want to say that's pearl on the side there, or it's just embroidery. But like either
it
way,
ties it in.
they look really well together.
I like
Fantastic
the
job.
police box sash that comes
Yes.
across. That's
Across
such a really
the-
nice touch.
yeah.
Yeah, it's more of that like boat like
Mhm.
neck, like it makes you feel very classy. It's one of those da 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 da. Corinne, great job. We love it.
I love this.
Then we have Lady K Cosplay. It's Idris. Idris is the name of my car. Told you I had a car. I loved this episode.
I did too.
love this
Yes.
character. I hate that we only got one episode of her because she's perfect.
It's not a character I've seen very often cosplay, and that's what I appreciate about it.
And then the details here are really exquisitely done.
Yes.
I think this is the first time I've seen an Idris cosplay. Yeah, it's very, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many, because like that's the whole thing with her. She's on that planet. Her outfit is pieces
What
of
she
other
got,
things,
yeah.
you know, and seeing that embodied here is very nice. It's still cohesive, but you can see the disarray from the planet,
Mhm.
and I love that.
And I like the facial expression in the second one. It's just kind of that, try not to go mad from the knowledge of the TARDIS and still try to figure it all out.
Yeah, absolutely. Lady
Love
K,
it.
fantastic.
Beautiful.
And we had a second Sailor Moon TARDIS. I love it. Sailor Who mashup by Tanya here. There are so many small details on this that I want to make sure we call out because I'm not sure how well our viewers are going to get to see them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we see the bad wolf on the collar. I don't know if you guys saw like the TARDIS on the shoes. That was, I believe it looks hand painted.
It does.
But
It
then-
looks well done.
The Gallifreyan on the skirt. I was telling you
Yes.
guys. And can I?
Well, you can just kind of circle.
I think if I click, I'm gonna just go on. But
but like right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that Gallifreyan does say time in relative dimensions and space. I appreciate that. Very good detail. I love that the jewel on the tiara is a TARDIS.
Yes.
I love
Oh,
that.
I missed that.
It just a lot of little things. I love a good mashup. Love it. Tanya, this is fantastic, and I really want to see this in person someday because I love your attention to detail. I love that you took every little bit that you could and added something to it. Next up, we have Elise as another TARDIS. I love this long coat look. I love the use of the Starry Night leggings. But they're like the Doctor Who Starry Night painting.
Yeah.
So
Love that episode.
Primo.
I cry so hard.
I love your headwear.
Little headband.
It's a headband, but it's a little hat too. So
Yeah.
it's very like suited to the style.
I just
We were saying earlier.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, right? This is very well made. So my compliments to the seamstress. He's fantastic. And I love that you chose the patterned fabric
I was
and
going to say
incorporated it with a solid blue. Because a big blue box doesn't leave you a whole lot of room for patterns.
No.
So I like that you allowed that to be part of this. Then next up, we have Courtney as a steampunk TARDIS. Again, a lot of little details here that like it takes you a minute to take them all in, and I love it and I appreciate it. My favorite part has to be the ribbon down the front, though.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, the hat and the ribbon are definitely what make the costume.
Oh yeah. But I love this style of skirt, and I love that you have like a button on your skirt that's the ambulance symbol, and I'm hoping that your free for public use sign is a pocket. If it's not, handy tip, make it a pocket. Took me 3 different TARDIS cosplays before I was like, that can be a pocket.
Wait a minute.
But Courtney, I love it. I love your interpretation, and I love that the TARDIS is a redhead because you know that makes the Doctor jealous.
I was going to say he's never been a ginger.
And then next up, we have Jimmy, Elizabeth, and Claudia as a trio of TARDI.
I love that her skirt is glowing.
Yeah,
I
right?
love that skirt.
I love that they all are so unique versions of it together. Like, it shows you that this phone booth has such a range of interpretation.
I love the door.
And
I
again,
love the door handles on the jacket too. That's just a really cool touch.
Yeah. I love the jacket. I love the hat with the lantern on top. I love the Elizabeth, I think it's you in the middle with what are those called?
I don't know. It's like a fringe.
Yeah, like her fringe, her like black shoulder cover fringe. I love that.
It looks like beads when you get closer, but then from far away, it also looks like feathers.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love seeing the 3 of you together, and I love that you represent this fantastic variety and unity of this inanimate object.
It has a personality.
Kind of inanimate object. So that was it for our TARDIS category. We're finally up to our last category, which is those characters that you don't know quite where to place. We call it other because they're not quite companions or they're not quite villains. They're there. They're part of the Doctor's world and the Doctor's life, but in a different way.
And they need recognition.
They do need recognition.
The many NPCs of Doctor Who.
That's what we're labeling this category next year.
I'm writing it down.
The many NPCs of Doctor Who. So first up, we have Jennifer as Tasha Lem. The mother, oh gosh, every time I tried to say it during prejudging, I would just trip over my own tongue. The Mother Superioress of the Papal Mainframe.
You got it.
I did it.
You did it.
Great job. Like butter.
I like butter. I love this shawl. I love how spot on your whole outfit is. But
I love the eye makeup.
Yes.
I love the eye makeup. I love your collar. I love that you sent us a picture from Dragon Con.
Thank you.
I love it. And like I really am curious how you did your wig, because I can see the black to the purple fade at the tip.
Mm-hmm.
And that's again, those aren't easy things to do with wigs. So I love the attention to the detail and the extra effort thrown in for that.
Yeah, I love it. I love that it's a character you don't see cosplayed much, and it's really refreshing to see this, and I like it a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well done.
Jennifer, thank you so much for this. Next, we have an old school throwback. Love it. We have Angela as Omega. It makes you laugh. It's so good, but it also reminds you of kind of, again, how we were talking about like old school Doctor Who working with what they had.
Yep.
Yes.
And it makes you think of like old school Star Trek, where now you go back, you watch, and you're like, some of these things are ridiculous, but
it's great.
It's great because that's what they had to work with at the time, and then really embodying that, not trying to make it 21st century, like really just taking it for what it was. I love it. You can see the care that went into the mask. It's so symmetrical. The line work on it is very clear.
I want to know where they got this fabric. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I love that the gloves are the same fabric.
Exactly.
Yeah, Three Doctors is like one of my favorite classic things, so it's really cool to see that someone do that.
Yeah, I love it.
I do like this one.
I'm burping. I'm sorry.
I thought it was a hiccup, so I was just going to...
I thought it was going to be a hiccup, and then it was a burp. So, excuse me. Angela, fantastic. Then we have Julie as Madame Vostra. This, again, is one of those... There's so many... Madame Vostra makes, like, appearances. And so you could pick outfits from different appearances. And I love the choice that you went with here. This mask is amazing.
It is. It's really great.
I don't envy you wearing a bodysuit, because that's got to be hot. But I love it. We talked about this during judging. Again, I'm curious, Julie. Let me know. Did you make your mask? Again,
we have questions.
We have so many questions. I always have questions.
I want to know how it was done.
Perhaps a cosplayer and me
It's like a face piece, because right here is, I think, her.
Yeah.
So it's blended.
It might be like
lovely.
It's hard to tell. It's blended so well.
It's blended so well that it's really fantastic. I love it. And I love your sassy facial expression in it. That's very Madame Vostra.
Very accurate.
Great job, Julie.
Gotta love a good cape.
Gotta love a good cape.
No
capes. Johanna or Joe. I'm so scared I'm going to mispronounce somebody's name.
I think it's Johanna. Yeah.
As Toos from the Fourth Doctor's story, Robots of Death. This is amazing.
I love this.
Never seen this cosplayed. Like,
agreed.
It's such a throwback, and I love it. I love it. It's wonderful. It's well done.
I love this neck piece. I love this headpiece. There's a lot of detail, and like you can tell that they put a lot of effort and time, effort, and energy into that.
Yeah, the detail with the like the bracelet and the belt and the crown is just
And the makeup. Anytime you wear body makeup like that, it's not easy to wear. It's not easy to keep. Smooth. Somebody touches you, or you wipe your face or something. It's gone. So I love this. Johanna, thank you for sharing this with us. It was a much surprise throwback, and it warmed my heart when I got to see it the first time. I wasn't prepared. All right. So we are at our winners. So I'm going to let each judge say a quick little wrap up before we go through the winners. Angie, you wanna give us just like an overall thoughts?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for submitting. This was an awesome contest this year. I think this is the most submissions that we've had in the last couple years. So thank you. You're all winners in my book.
Ryan?
This was probably one of the hardest contests to judge, just because there were so many, and they were just so amazing. Just things I've never seen before, and just really great interpretations of things that are common, and just it was thank you all for submitting these because these are all wonderful.
Yes.
Catnip?
So, being from an outsider's perspective, I've actually never been to Dragon Con, and it was going to be my first year this year, and seeing how this all works and the love and care that people put into their costumes really makes me happy, and I'm excited for next year.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
I'm making her come.
Yeah. I cannot wait because, I love conventions.
Yeah, and thank you all. Just like Angie said, this has been such a really fantastic compilation of submissions this year that we don't usually get to see a lot of in person because everybody's running around trying to get to that one panel, trying to get to that one thing. So we do this every year. We have this costume contest. So in 2021, bring them. We'd love to see them in person. I'd love to be able to get some of my questions answered. So we'd love to see you. So with that, that's my terrible drum roll.
You want me to get a drum roll?
These are winners that we had selected. First up is our doctors category. We selected Kendrick as the first doctor. Again, we love this. We loved seeing the representation, but really the attention to detail caught our eye. And Kendrick, it's fantastic. And congratulations.
Tiny claps.
Tiny claps.
Yeah.
Next up, we have our companion category. And for this, we chose Keldar as her Donna Noble. Again, that attention to detail, but really that embodiment of the character. We looked at it and we just saw Donna Noble and in that facial and in the body language. So great job, Keldar. We loved it.
Good. Tiny claps.
Everybody gets claps.
Soft claps.
Our body gets claps.
Maybe.
Next
Maybe
up, I'm trying to make sure I go in order so I don't say the wrong thing first. Next up is our villains category. And for this, we had to go with Toby as the Nightmare in Silver Cyberman.
So good.
It, like we said, it felt like a screenshot from the show.
Yes.
And that really, that sunk it in. That it really, not only can we see all the work you put in, but we see it as a piece of the show. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yay.
Because we're not there in person, I've got to give them all.
Yeah, everybody gets applause.
Everybody gets applause. Then we have our TARDIS category, Corinne as Lady TARDIS. This is such a unique way of looking at it. I've seen TARDIS gowns before, but I've never seen the arm drapery done like that. And I loved that fresh look to it, that fresh spin to it. So, Corinne, thank you for sharing this with us. Let me check off where I'm at. Next, we have
The others.
our NPC category, our others. And for this, we had to go with Johanna as Toos. Again, something you don't usually get to see cosplayed, really brought to life, embodied in character, attention to detail, really fantastic. And if you haven't seen this episode, you definitely should go back and watch it. And this will really help just drive home how incredible it was to see this character.
I
So,
agree.
Johanna, good. And then last, but definitely not least, was our selection for Best in Show. So as we announce this selection, I'm going to let every judge say one quick thing, because we are running out of time, about what it was about this final cosplay that really drove it as Best in Show for you. So our overall was The Adventures of Clever as Mr. Clever. So for me, I really liked seeing all of the dedicated hand painting work in the cell shading. That was kind of what tipped it over for me.
It's not easy. It's time consuming, but it's worth the payoff in the end.
Definitely.
And that's what I appreciate.
Ryan?
Definitely the attention to details. Again, it's another very obscure character from one particular episode, but it's so well done. I love the fact that they've got the chess match and the cell shading. Just that is amazing.
Angie?
When I saw the original pictures when they first came through, the cell shading, I thought it was a hand-drawn picture in itself, not hand-drawn. It just, the attention to detail, just beautiful.
Very well done. So congratulations, Adventures of Clever, for your Best in Show this year. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this with us, to participate with us, sending us your amazing submissions. Our winners are going to be reached out to by email, I believe. Angie, I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Clara will be reaching out to you. Yes.
Awesome. And for those who didn't get to submit this year, come next year. We do this every year. We love to see everything Doctor Who, and definitely come and check out our Doctor Who ball that we'll have next year again, hopefully. So thanks you guys for joining us.
And thank you to audience for watching. You can find the BritTrack on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube by searching at BritTrack. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Hope to see you next year.
In person.
Yes.
Yes.